So we wanted to talk about do a bed edition of Kitchen Talks. Why do we dream, and what are dreams? And I said that dreams are symbols for us to get to our dreams.
Yes, they're messengers that actually lead us towards our dreams. They give us clues and specific steps if you learn how to interpret your dreams. And sometimes it's just as direct as that dream I had the other day, which I mentioned in the other chicken talks, about building the foundation to my house. I mean, how much more symbolic can that actually be?
Yeah, I mean, building foundation of your house, that's pretty strong imagery right there.
And he had one actually in the financial version where he was a very well-known financial advisor was helping him with a cement truck.
So what it was is that he was carrying me in his cement wagon. So how much?
And he took him to a restaurant where he showed him about numbers and prices. It was very, very
Oh my
direct.
God, you're totally right.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant where he's trying to tell me that you have to, I started looking at his receipts and it said like negative. So I decided to start counting myself. So every time we paid, we turned into positive. So that was like
But that whole week,
Dmitry
had been thinking about money, investment, and financials. So, like I said, if you ask your dreams to reveal themselves for specific subjects, whether it be relationships, money,
career,
maybe you don't have a job, or you are trying to think of your life's work, or you don't even know what your passions are. Either way, whatever road of discovery you choose, it's a message to your subconscious mind that you choose dreams as a guide, and it returns with dreams for these things.
And sometimes I think dreams, they're very empowering because they show you about your belief system.
Mm-hmm.
For example, me, I had a dream where I sold an art piece to somebody, and I didn't remember what piece it was, but he told me that he bought it because he thought I was a great artist. And to me, that was like, he probably just said it to make me feel better. And I'm like, I probably forced him to say this. So the whole time I'm thinking in my dream that I forced him to say it. Meanwhile,
Like, how could he actually think that naturally?
how could he actually think that I'm a great artist? But after we today woke up and talked about with Jen, I realized that yes, it's all about believing in myself as a great artist. Whatever it could be, painting, music, writing, performing. You have to believe in yourself to be a great artist. And the dream told me that. It kind of told me what I have to do. So it's like.
And our dreamer is like an artist. It paints in the language of symbols, sometimes direct, sometimes not. But there are some things like where you brought up last time, words.
Yeah.
Like I once dreamt of somebody that came to me and they had AIDS, but it wasn't that. It was that I needed to aid them. I needed to help them. So it wasn't about AIDS, the disease, although it was symbolic, but it was more about aiding them and helping them.
Dreams is like your language of the subconscious. I mean, the soul is very simple. It's our minds that are complicated. So the dream is trying to, which is your soul, right? Is trying to paint a picture that you could understand, like a simple enough picture where you could get the message the next day. How amazing is that?
So next time you think you're having a ridiculous dream about random stuff, think again. Ask someone. It's okay to contact someone that knows dreams, that knows how to interpret dreams or help you guide you through dreams. If you have no clue yourself, you can go to, Dream Pioneers has a Facebook page where other dreamers comment. But either way, all the links are below the YouTube, by the way. I think that you can also ask yourself. You can meditate and ask the dream character or the dream scenario, what is it trying to show you? And
For example,
learn to listen to your intuition. So.
But it's also like the unknown, when you dream, you might be scared. Oh my God, I had such a scary dream, I never want to dream again. But all you gotta do is just resolve it and think about the dream and try to look for its meaning, because you can't be scared of the dreams.
For example, a lot of people feel bad about their sex dreams. They're like, oh my God, I had sex with my cousin, uncle, mom, who cares? In fact, sex dreams are rarely about sex. It's more about trying to make a connection with that person. It's trying to tell you that in your waking reality, you probably need to acquire some qualities of that person that you were having sex with, so to speak, or you need something from them, or they need something from you, or maybe something in a more intimate level. But intimacy, it does not equal to sex. Intimacy just means depth.
So now, since we got the goddess of dreams over here, talking about dreams in a white bed, why don't we talk about being awakened, trying to walk around and looking at signs and knowing that at some point these things you can find in your dreams. And that's like the coolest thing. You like walk down the street, you're like, oh my god, I see like a black diamond. And I remember I dreamt of a black diamond. And I saw the black diamond, and it's just a cool thing.
Some dreams
bridging, man,
into
the
waking
bridging.
reality. Exactly. There are some things in waking reality that you're just like, no way. Like that is literally from my dream.
Well, remember I had a dream where I was like playing a show, a concert, and nothing was working.
Right.
And I had this like setup where I was like one-man band, and like none of my pedals worked. And then I realized I can't be one-man band anymore. It's so frustrating to be. This doesn't work. That doesn't work. That. So I decided to get another person. So no more technology. Real person.
Start paying attention to your dreams. Start not just paying attention to them, but you also have to take a step forward and tell your subconscious mind, I am now going to pay attention to my dreams. I will now allow dreams to reveal themselves to me. And you will get messages from spirit guides, higher self, people from the other side.
Totally.
People who have passed in our families come to us in dreams and give us advice.
Trying to show us something. That's the truest connection actually to the realm of consciousness, subconsciousness. For example, in that movie, remember that Greek goddess movie we were watching?
We watched a movie about Greek gods.
Called The Immortals. So in that movie, the goddess was trying to send a message to the guy through the dream. She said, "Oh, I'm going to send a message through the dream," and that's like the coolest thing ever.
A lot of dreams involving gurus, gods, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha. There's also those dreams that have a very high message, almost like higher self, spirit guide, angelic almost. So there's all kinds of dreams that could open up when you're honestly open and you like intimately connect with your inner being, your soul, and you ask for your dreams to be revealed to you, for your next path, next step, and also honor your dreams, right? If you do have a dream and it has a message that you recognize, do something about it. Like Dmitry looked up that guy that was carrying him in the barrel, and he actually took a step forward in financial decision.
I looked at his videos and learned something from him.
Exactly, and I actually I either make a call or I honor it in some way, whether it's through a meditation or I actually go and do something about it. But it's good to take action. It's not just about being. A lot of dreaming, people think it's just a state of being. It's the waking reality too. In this waking dream, you have to act as well as be.
Also a lot about relationships. Like a lot about, whether you're single or together with someone, you being sent messages on the patterns you have to work through.
Exactly.
Because in the end, our souls are trying to show us the way to what we want the most. They're trying to show us, which is what are we doing wrong, or what can we do better, or what kind of
Fears you might have.
fears we have to deal with in order to get to that final dream or goal for that period of time that you have, because this is sacred. That's what separates us from animals.
Exactly. Dreams are a wise teacher. They can be the closest thing to what your soul desires. But we need to learn this language of dreaming, and it might be symbolic or not. It's okay to reach out for help in interpreting it. It's okay but ask the right people, because ask the wrong people and they might just give you a dream dictionary and it's completely got nothing to do with what you like. For example, in a dream dictionary, living room might mean one thing, but for us individually, a living room depends on how you grew up, means a whole completely different thing. So it's very much about what you think of each object, not just what it means in a dictionary. So we got to look past the dream dictionary thing. That's kind of like old paradigm to just think that the dream dictionary can interpret your dreams. The soul's language is not in a dictionary. It's not general for everybody. It's very individual, and it has a specific meaning for you.
So, start dreaming, pay attention to dreams, do it together if you can, get a white bed, or any bed, and then just enter the world where everything in the world is trying to work together to get you to your higher goal, to your higher
To
self.
your dreams.
And if you need, get a white hat like this. Bye.
Bye. Time to get up out of bed.
Bye.